going to the Midtown Farmers Market here in downtown Sacramento. It is like 100 degrees, but we're braving it. I've got my little ACLU tote bag from my old job, and I'm ready to get some treats. Walking into the farmers market, you notice the artisan and the art stalls. There was one by a local curator, and I got myself some art from there. I just got the one print. I really enjoyed looking at all the different soaps and the kind of spa type stuff and the different artworks by local artists. When you're in a city like Sacramento, it can be easy to be envious of the other larger cities in California, but this day out really made me appreciate the place that I live in now, especially as someone who has lived in a few bigger cities in the US and also in the UK. This really was a good day and a good walk around the area to remind me that you can find a lot of beauty and interesting things wherever you're at. One of the things that I really like about Sacramento is it is this farm to fork centered city, and there are a lot of opportunities like this one to interact with people who grow your food and get some really high quality produce. And the more that I grow things myself, the more appreciative I am of the entire process, and also the more I learn about food and cuisine, the more that I have this deep appreciation for where it all comes from, which is farmers and agricultural workers.
Take my hand and hold it tight. Look at the paintings, I'll be your guide. Don't stop looking in my eyes.
The flower stalls in particular were the most beautiful thing. It was so amazing to be surrounded by all of these beautiful flowers that were being arranged before my eyes into bouquets, and I did in fact take one home.
So I know my way around. Don't stop looking at me now.
Even though the area was shaded, I decided to head and get a smoothie just to cool down a bit.
As I do, but I'm just content with me next to you. Let's go to an art museum, I'll explain it at the coffee shop.
I've somehow found myself sitting in like a lawn chair. This is delightful. Comfy as I was, the heat was getting a bit much, so I decided to leave with all of the goodies that I got, and I went on a little drive through Midtown and into East Sacramento.
I'll have a cup of tea while you have a latte for both you and me. The caffeine will make sure that you don't fall asleep, 'cause darling, your sleepy eyes are closing.
I don't go through this area very often, but it always reminds me of the scene in Lady Bird where she asks her mother if she got emotional the first time that she drove through Sacramento. I also didn't realise that the Fab 40s were called what they were because they're on 45th, 46th Street, etc. And a friend actually had to correct me because I had assumed that they were all built in the 1940s. And this was when I first moved to the area. Not to overly reference Lady Bird, but after all, it is a film that's set in Sacramento. The other thing that really struck me was the line when she says that Sacramento is the Midwest of California. And sometimes wherever you're living can feel a lot like that. It can feel smaller than your dreams and ambitions, and you can get really stuck in a rut and bored, but going out of your shell and just exploring can really help with that, I think.
Let's go to an art museum.
And I actually did end up getting this piece of art at the farmer's market, and my plan is to put it up on this wall here where I have these, and just put it kind of like around here. I think that will look really cute. So yeah, pretty excited about that. The other market I went to was the Sacramento Antique Market, which was being held, and I had no idea it was going on. I just drove past it and had to check it out. I didn't have any cash, so I couldn't really get anything, but if I had have prepared and known it was happening, I probably would have walked away with a few pieces, because there was definitely a lot of interesting things there.
You and me wander around West County.
I really loved the ceramic hens, they were so cute, and I really wanted to get some glasses from that same area, because the person who was selling them just had so many pretty glasses. They had some with like little cherries on them, they had little gold ones and some mushroom tins. It was very cute, and I wish I was more prepared and I could have gotten some interesting stuff. And there were just so many shells and crystals and miscellaneous items. So it really was more than just an antique market. It was more of a flea market, because you could find so many different hidden gems, literally and figuratively, in this place. One thing that was kind of sad is I didn't find any clothes in my size, even though I did find some really beautiful pieces. The perennial struggle of any plus size woman is not being able to ever find nice clothes in a thrift store or flea market. That being said, there were some nice men's pieces, so I definitely would check those out if they hold this again sometime soon. I think the thing that's fun about these is just getting to dig through people's things. I was finding these stores and I was like, were you secretly a Russian duchess in the 1910s? Because what exactly are all of these things? I saw so many pieces of jewelry that I wanted to get, and I think there's just something very voyeuristic about getting to dig through the past. The last marketplace in this video is Otto's Market, which is just a traditional small grocery store where my mum wanted to pick up some fish because they have very high quality fish at their fish counter. I didn't have any good reason to film the inside of Otto's, but it is a very cute store and I highly recommend it if you're in the Sacramento area and you haven't been yet. The aisle I always gravitate to is the sweet aisle, and I got myself some mandarin flavored mochi and also this chocolate truffle mochi, so I was really looking forward to trying that when I got home. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't leave a store with a pile of strawberries. And this wouldn't be one of my vlogs if I didn't also have a garden update shoehorned in here. So just letting you all know that my garden is doing pretty well in spite of the 100+ degree weather, minus the fact that I did have a thief taking things from my garden, to which I put out this sign. And thief aside, everything's looking pretty good. I was able to harvest some green onion. My watermelon is growing fabulously, so I'm looking forward to it. To close this kind of messy vlog, I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and there will probably be more Northern California content coming up. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.